this in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UTSA's offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Finds a seam. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Roadrunners. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Sooners offense has the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're you're watching him as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sategna. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's ball. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's ball. Got enough for the first down and wants more.
Well, going for it and getting it on fourth down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
To the air, it's Mateer. Finds his man, it's Fleming. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Tatum. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, that play right there shows me the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, he avoided the negative play and sack.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gonna look downfield again. He wants it all. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they knew what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Well, this guy shot out of a cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Mateer. Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Dumps it to the back. Quick completion on the out. On a sweet spin, he's free. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Sooners want to move quickly. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Roadrunners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna let it fly. Brings it inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's McCown. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. Gets rid of it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field.
Heading to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No step back in week 3, they have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. There's still plenty of time, and you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Batir. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle a core.
Turning it on! And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And what a missed opportunity for this defense. They got one chance to get back in this game. Force some turnovers, create some big plays. They're down big. Man, did they need that opportunity.
Got the quick pass. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Sooner!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Looking for a man. It's McCown. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same boat.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Wants to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Slings it downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Roadrunners will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Sooners decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. A quick pass to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, third and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on first and second or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Punt is in the air. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. fire on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the move, it's Tatum.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They'll leave it with the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? It'll be third and long. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Here's a heat. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And the Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Oh, the attempt is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Gives it on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He'll try to do it himself. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Got it behind the line. It's Fleming. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. A little screen to the running back. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Snap to the back. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep end.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Phillips. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's reeled in. It's Grover. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Absolutely perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Mateer. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Sooner. He got a step and just dusted the field. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make it.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Roadrunners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you string together positive